Check it. Alright guys, what is up? You are back for another video of DataZero. In this video, we're looking at AMC, GME, SPY, the overall stock and crypto market. You don't want to miss a second of this update. We have an amazing update for GME and AMC. GME is about to change everything for the meme stocks. We also have the overall stock market, crypto market dialed in. Go ahead and get the technical analysis, predictions, news on this video. And I also do live streams as well, so if you want to check that out, tune in during market hours for those as well. You can tune in with your phone, at work, it doesn't matter. Go ahead and hop in and see what the DataZero family is about. Let's not waste any more time though and go and hop in the charts, the facts, the data. Let's go. Alright guys, what is up? You are back for another video with DataZero. In this video, we're looking at AMC, GME, and SPY. We're also looking at cryptocurrency, the overall stock market, and the overall cryptocurrency market. This is your daily update and prediction. Following up on this week's weekly update and prediction, we're going to be looking at what's going on for SPY and AMC, GME, Bitcoin, and much more in this video. So you guys do not want to miss a second of it. We're going to be giving you guys the technicals, the news, and updating on everything in between. And we also started doing paper trading live. So if you guys want to see paper trading done live, go ahead and tune in. We're trying to build small accounts up. Again, I'm going to be wiping this account at the end of the week, but I will be trying to build a small account up. So if you want to see that journey as well, press subscribe because we're going to be doing that as well. So tune in for trading and technical analysis. Let's go ahead and hop in this video. This video is not financial advice. Do not take it as such. Please do your own research and technical analysis for buying any stock or crypto asset. This is nearly my own technical analysis and predictions. Let's go ahead and hop in the chart to show you guys what we have going on today. Bitcoin making an explosive move to the upside. We go ahead and revisit the clip from this week. The alligator on the daily time frame, we still do have bullish momentum, and we can see that the MACD is starting to finally look like it's bottoming out, possibly showing that we're consolidating and possibly pushing to the upside. If we go down to the smaller time frames, you guys can see that we're consolidating in this bullish pennant type shape. You have a push to the upside, then you have this bullish pennant. If we can break above this sloping resistance here at about 65,600, we could see a pop to the upside. And that's where I tell you guys we'll see a pop to the upside, and that's exactly what we've seen, breaking above that 65,600 level, using it as support, as you guys can see, pushing above it and blasting to the upside after we break out of this pennant, using this sloping resistance as support. If you go ahead and make that line flatter, you guys can see that we came back down, retested that level, and blasted to the upside. Exactly what we wanted to see here on BTC. So Bitcoin moving to the upside as predicted, guys, hitting that high of 71,000. I think Bitcoin's going to try to go back into an overall uptrend and possibly try to retest these highs, breaking those highs, giving us that 80,000 price target that we do want to see on BTC. The halving is coming up here in April as April does approach. So I do think that there's a catalyst for BTC running. It might run before the halving this time because a lot of people seem to be anticipating it. So it might run before the halving this time and then start to fade after it. We will see how the charts do come and tell us what's coming to fruition. But right now it does look like BTC is entering bullish momentum back to the upside, regaining strength, MACD curling back to the upside, buy signals coming back in on the 4-hour time frame, breaking out of this pennant, holding higher lows, higher highs, showing a lot of signs of strength. This is exactly what you want to see for BTC for a continuation to the upside, in my personal opinion. And I think that the crypto bull run is still going. And I am currently also doing a small account challenge with crypto, trying to build that account up as well. Literally turning $50, trying to turn it into $1,000, maybe even $5,000. We're going to see how high we can take this thing. Again, 2 small account challenges. I'm going to be doing the stock one next week. We do have a paper trade on GameStop that we're doing live if you guys want to tune in for that. But I also doing a small account challenge with crypto as well. So tune in for those journeys, as well as getting technical analysis, news, stocks, and every single day. Now, let's go ahead and show you guys what's going on for SPY. That's basically what I have for the overall cryptocurrency market. We will be tracking this during the live stream. Again, I'm live every single day, 9:15, 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. Market open to market close. So tune in for live updates and predictions. But I will be tracking this, guys. I think that we're going to see a pullback for Bitcoin. MACD starting to fade out, RSI getting extremely hot, probably pulling back down to about 67, maybe even 66,000. If we can hold 69,200 as support, that's going to be extremely bullish. I think we might come down underneath it and retest these lower lows and then get a pop back to the upside. So don't be surprised if we don't hold it. But if we can hold 69,200 as support, expect a big move to the upside for BTC, blasting to the upside, probably blasting past this all-time high, especially if we can come down and consolidate on those levels. But again, I think we're going to break below it and have to retest those lower lows, in my personal opinion. So this we're looking at for BTC, Ethereum moving to the upside as well, altcoins getting a nice push. BTC dominance still very, very high, sitting at the 49% right there, as you guys can see, 49% range. So still very, very high. So BTC still overall leading the altcoins before the altcoins do make moves. Altcoin season will be coming once BTC starts to range and money from BTC profits start to roll into those altcoins. So that's what I'm looking at for cryptocurrency and the overall cryptocurrency market. Let's go into the overall stock market and show you guys what's going on there. I just want to show you guys to be very, very aware that NASDAQ still is in this rising wedge and possibly breaking down out of it. This is very, very bearish, especially if we do see a breakdown out of this rising wedge, and we can still see that SQQQ has not really made lower lows. In fact, it's possibly making a double bottom here, as it had a low down here and it's now formed another low, and that could see it bounce all the way back to the upside. That would be absolutely bearish for the market. And I did say in the weekly outlook and prediction, expect bearishness on Monday and Tuesday. You guys can see today we did get that red candle. It looks like we still are in a potential bull flag as we trend to the downside, but it looks like we're going to see an overall downtrend before we do see a pop to the upside, in my personal opinion. I do not think this is the top just yet, but it looks like tech is really starting to slow down. We really need to see tech pick up, because that's what's leading this rally, that AI narrative, that tech narrative. Nvidia was the only thing green today. Basically, Apple is absolutely taking a crap. If you go ahead and look at Apple stock, again, nobody is really talking about this. Apple really, really pulling back in an overall downtrend, not able to get back above critical support and resistance, multiple gap fills to the downside as well, and possibly making a nasty double top. As you guys can see right here is top number one. Top number two, if Apple lose support at 166, 167, around that range, if we lose support there and start using that as resistance, you're going to see a big drop to the downside for Apple. And we have a gap fill here and we have a gap fill here on the chart. So that would bring Apple back down to the downside major, and that would take the market with it, especially if Nvidia started pulling back. Now, Nvidia is in an overall bullish move. Nvidia is holding everything up right now. You have this bullish pennant. Again, I told you guys in the weekly outlook and prediction, Nvidia was probably going to try to push for a higher high than this, and that's exactly what it looks like Nvidia is trying to do, trying to make a higher high. I do expect it to continue to the upside in the overall uptrend with this buy signal, so that's going to help the market keep some stability. But if we see Nvidia start to pull back, that's going to cause a lot of problems. And I don't know if you guys have heard, but Apple's actually getting sued by the US government. It's also losing market share in places like China. So we are really seeing Apple with these profitabilities that it used to have really start to come down, and this being a huge blue chip stock, that's going to have a big effect on the market, especially if this double top on the technicals plays out. The fundamentals are definitely starting to catch up, and it seems like Apple might have some retracement before moving back to the upside for an overall bull run, and that's why I'm telling people this is not a bull run. Also, the fact that we're seeing stocks that are lower cap, we haven't seen a natural bull run form. Normally you see stocks like a lower cap start to move up, then mid cap start to move up, then these blue chips type stocks. What we have actually seen is more of a bubble type formation, as it's concentrated in these higher cap stocks, which is normally an indication of a bubble if we look at that throughout history. So that's what I'm looking at for the overall market. Let's go ahead and show you guys a little bit more technicals for SPY before moving on. I do think SPY is going to be moving to the downside, in my personal opinion. It needs to break above this sloping resistance here to have a pop to the upside. Tomorrow, those levels for the sloping resistance is going to be around 520.50, so it really needs to break above $520.50 to see a pop to the upside. If not, it's going to get rejected. Probably have to move down towards 517 before seeing a pop to the upside on SPY. We're really going to be watching tech and see how that does. It looks like the NASDAQ might potentially be bearish tomorrow, so that wouldn't be good for SPY. Again, potentially breaking down another rising wedge. Rising wedges normally break down. Once this rising wedge does break down, it looks like we'll fill multiple gaps. Again, NASDAQ basically built on air, multiple gap fills to the downside. So again, I do think we will see a correction overall, but we are still having this bearish divergence. Again, with bearish divergence, you're going to trend in an overall direction before the correction. As you guys can see, you have your RSI trending down, price trending up. Same thing happened with Bitcoin back in the massive rally for BTC. If you go ahead and look at the weekly chart, and this would have saved you a ton of money. Look at RSI just trending down while price trending up. That would have told you a lot about this correction that was about to happen here, about a 30 to 50% correction. Well, if you go ahead and look, we have the same thing happening on SPY on the daily time frame. We have RSI trending to the downside, RSI trending to the downside, wow, price trending to the upside. As you guys can see, RSI trending down, price trending up. So this is not what you want to see for a healthy rally, in my personal opinion. We also have RSI sitting at extremely high valuation, sitting at 79 on the weekly time frame. So a correction will happen, in my personal opinion, and I will be taking advantage of that when that does take place. Again, this is the market, so you want to time that correctly, and I will be letting people know, in my personal opinion, when I think that time is. It looks like we are getting frothy in the market. It looks like we possibly might be meeting a top, possibly one more pop to the upside before a pullback to the downside, starting to see that overall correction that we are looking for here on this channel and based off the technical analysis. So that's what I'm looking at for the overall market. Let's go ahead and get into the meme stocks. I'm going to start with AMC because GME has a crazy setup, okay? Has a crazy setup, and we really need to focus on GME. AMC needs to get the sympathy play from GME, so that's why I'm going to briefly cover AMC and then cover what GME. AMC is going to follow GME, okay, guys? That's what's going to happen during these next couple of weeks. AMC right now, shares available to borrow, it's only sitting at 45,000. GME shares available to borrow, and this is at time of recording, is sitting at 0. Okay, so that's why GME is absolutely rocketing. It's rocketing here in after hours. You guys can see GME is continuing pushing up. Things are getting crazy for GME, and I believe that there is more room for upside. RSI is blown out, but this thing's in a total gamma squeeze right now. We're going to talk about that here in a second, guys. GME with a magnificent setup, and we talked about that in the Discord as well. Now, as you guys can see, AMC possibly trying to form an inverse head and shoulders. If we can get back above the key level of $4.15, you could see a decent pop to the upside. AMC's main goal right now is getting to $4.15. I do believe this will happen once GME does make its move. GME has earnings tomorrow and after hours. I believe that earnings is going to be decent for GME, if not magnificent, and GME is going to see an explosion to the upside. Again, this is a risk. If you hold call options into earnings and after, you're taking a massive risk. So if you're up on call options a lot, because I know a lot of people in the Discord are highly up on plays right now. I know a lot of people are extremely up on plays. Even the little paper trade we have is up. A lot of things are up on GME right now because of the massive movement we had to the upside. If you are massively up, take profits before earnings. Again, I am not a financial advisor. I cannot give you financial advice. As a human, you have to make your own decisions. Greedy will always get you wrecked in the market. I'm just letting you guys know that. So if you're 500, 1,000% up on some calls, take that bag, man. What are you doing? Take the bag. You can always take profit and get back in. You know what I mean? So we can possibly see an entry tomorrow as GME pulls back. We'll see an entry point, but again, take profit if you're massively up on those gains. I think AMC is setting up for the move. We're still inside the wedge here, as you guys can see. We have this wedge set up right here. You want to see AMC pop up to these higher levels so we can break out past that $5 level. I think that AMC should be able to hit at least $4.25 this week. I think we're going to have a green week, but everything's going to be really depending on if GME really blows up here on earnings, and I think we could see that happen. We really need to see that sympathy play get us that momentum, because that's going to take some of this bearishness that we had on AMC off of our back. So we want to see AMC get back above $4.15. That way we can get up above this $4.50 level and have that pop to the upside to that $5 level that we're looking for. AMC still holding support. It's been very, very boring. I know that it's probably frustrating, but AMC's time is coming, so just relax, guys. Now let's go ahead and show you guys what's going on for GME and wrap up this video. Again, GME is going to be leading the way, guys. GME absolutely exploding. We talked about this in the weekly update and prediction, guys. This setup, everything. We talked about how good GME looks, GME earnings. We talked about all of this. You guys can see that we have the earnings date ready. We're breaking out of this falling wedge. We look good. GME sell wall sitting at 1662. So these are levels that we're going to have resistance. 1743. Okay. We also have resistance here at 1587 and 1650. So watch for those levels. We have a gap fill at 1675. I think GME can do $16 this week easily. GME, I'm not trying to get people too hyped, but GME could hit $20, possibly $18, $20 this week. I'm thinking $16 is a very safe price target. I think that we're probably going to see $16 tomorrow. I think that we're going to get earnings maybe after earnings pull back slightly, but I think this is going to lead us into our disbelief rally, ladies and gentlemen. I think that this is going to be the catalyst we need to lead us in our disbelief rally. We also have a double bottom. Right here is bottom number 1. Right here is bottom number 2. We're already bouncing back to the upside. If we break above 1582, you're going to see GME fly. We'll probably hit $16.50, maybe even $17. That's why I'm saying $18 is possibly on the cards this week, especially if earnings goes well. Now, if we get earnings and it does pull back slightly after earnings, don't be alarmed. I do believe that this week's going to be a bullish week, and we're going to have a continuation to the upside. I believe this is going to be the catalyst that we need to give us that disbelief rally. What do I mean by the disbelief rally? The cycle psychology chart. As you guys can see, GME has dropped into anger. It had a V-shaped recovery. It's made a higher low. I'll show you guys exactly what I mean. GME dropped down into the anger double bottom right here, dropped down to a lower low. Its recovery, and then made a higher low. Right here's your higher low. As you guys can see, it's been forming that overall bullish base, a higher low off that 1183. It's about to pop back to the upside and go about to $18, $20. It's going to have that disbelief rally once we break $20. That confirms the disbelief rally, and this is going to be the start of GME's bull run. Believe it or not, okay? It's going to go into a disbelief rally. It's been in an overall downtrend for almost 3 years. It's going to go into a disbelief rally, start trending up, and it's going to go into a new bull run. And that's exactly what the monthly MACD is saying. That's exactly what the weekly MACD is saying. You guys can see how the monthly MACD is curling up, almost going green. I told you guys this a couple months ago, that within a few months of 2024, we would have green MACD on GME. Look, it is starting to come to fruition. A few more months into 2024, we will see green MACD on GME, which will signify the beginning of the bull run. You guys can see once we had that green MACD, GME starts trending up and then explodes, goes into a bull run. We also have this falling wedge breakout. You see that push to the upside, falling wedge, that's going to lead to another breakout. Same way Bitcoin pushed to the upside, falling wedge, that's going to lead to another breakout. See how the MACD slowly starts turning green after you break the falling wedge? First thing Bitcoin did was break the falling wedge, and then MACD is red. You see how MACD is red, then it goes green. A few months of sideways action, nothing, then all of a sudden explosion. GME is going to be the same way, ladies and gentlemen. You guys can see we broke the falling wedge. MACD still red. It's going to go green. Then we'll have a few months of pretty much just sideways, upwards action that we're going to go back into our bull run. Ladies and gentlemen, the meme stocks are going back into a bull run, whether you believe it or not. I do believe that AMC is setting up for the same thing. As you guys can see, MACD curling up as well. Also, signs of a bottom is a lot of volume. See all this volume right here as we hit in these lows? I believe that AMC is going to go into a disbelief rally and follow GME. That's why we need GME to do it first. Ladies and gentlemen, the disbelief rally is coming for AMC and GME, whether you believe it or not. And the macro is going to play out. Continue to tune into this channel as we watch it unfold each and every day, as we also have fun and make money. Tune into the live streams to become a part of the fam and see what everything's really about, what we do every single day. Come hang out and learn about trading, stocks, and crypto. If you found this video informative, go ahead and drop a like and press more subscribe to get more content like this. And I appreciate each and every one of you that watched to the end of this video, because so few people watch to the end, because TikTok has absolutely destroyed people's attention spans. So if you watch to the end, that means you're trying to get all the knowledge, put in 10,000 hours, and master your craft. And that's exactly what you need to do to get this money and stack that cash. Guys, if you found the video informative, go ahead and drop a like, press subscribe for more content like this. And remember, you can check me out on Twitter and Discord for even more DataZero updates. And as always, y'all, have fun, stay safe, make money. Peace out. If you found it informative, go ahead and drop a like and press subscribe for more content like this. Remember, you can check me out on Twitter and Discord for even more DataZero updates. And I appreciate you if you watch to the end of this video, because so few people watch to the end. TikTok has absolutely decimated people's attention spans. So if you watch to the end, you're trying to get your 10,000 hours in and put in your work and get that bag. So I appreciate you. And as always, y'all, have fun, stay safe, make money.